Hare Krishna students. Today we are going to start lesson 8 graphics in QBasic. So before we start writing the instructions, let us first learn about what is QBasic. You have not learned QBasic ever, so let us first learn how to work with QBasic. So what is QBasic? QBasic is a programming language, and this programming language was developed by Microsoft in 1985. During the pre-midterm session, we studied about programming languages like high-level programming languages and low-level programming languages, understanding how the binary numbers worked, right? So we learned from there that during when a program runs, the binary numbers are the only thing that a computers understand, right? So whenever we are giving some instruction to the computer, it converts everything in binary. Now QBasic is a high level programming language. Basic is the previous part of QBasic. The full form of basic, as you can see, basic is written in capital. The full form of it is beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. Symbolic instruction code means we'll be using some kind of symbols as instructions to write programs. Continuous statements that has a single task to perform is called a program. Now why do we need to learn this programming language? Now as you can see in the name only, it is given that it is for beginners. That means those who are starting their programming life. That means you are starting for the first time to learn how to do programming. So for this purpose, programming is something very much required. Okay, so you will be able to understand what is programming and what are the things that we need to do to learn programming, how to write the instructions. Remember that whatever you will be learning today in programming languages, maybe in basic or QBasic or any other programming language, it is going to be the first step in your life for programming. So if you learn programming, what are the benefits of learning programming? The benefits of learning programming is one day you would be able to build your own applications. Maybe not using this programming language. Maybe QBasic is not going to help you to build a software or build an app for your phone. For that you may need to learn programming languages, different programming languages. There are so many programming languages out in the world, but you have to remember one thing, that whenever we are talking about programming languages, each and every of them are having their own purpose. This basic programming language or QBasic programming language is for students or learners so that they can understand how a computer can be instructed. After you know how a computer can be instructed, you can learn other languages also. Like you learn languages like English, Bengali, Hindi, or maybe Sanskrit. You are learning those languages, you are learning the grammars of those languages, how to speak in those languages. Similarly for programming languages also, these are just different languages in different ways to talk with the computer, to give instructions to the computer, and each of them have their own purpose. Like if you think about Hindi and Bengali as language, Bengali is a vernacular language of West Bengal and Bangladesh. You cannot use Bengali everywhere, right? You cannot use Bengali to speak with everyone. Think about Hindi. Hindi is restricted maybe to the North India. South Indians may not know Hindi properly. Now if you think about English as a language, so English is an all-purpose language. It can be used everywhere throughout the world. Similarly, programming languages also have their own part. Some of the programming languages are limited to certain areas. They are not able to do so many things. But there are other programming languages that help us to build different applications and so on. So therefore this is something we must think about whenever we are learning about a programming language, and learning a single programming language can help you to learn so many other programming languages, and basic is one of them that is going to help you learn different kind of programming languages. So first of all, it was developed by Microsoft. So this particular QBasic programs run only on Windows. Okay, this program that you write in QBasic is not going to run in any Apple laptop or Mac software or anywhere. Okay, so you have to remember that in QBasic, the programs that are written in QBasic is going to run, or you can make softwares using QBasic only for Windows. Okay, so at this moment in your book there are some pictures given for using QBasic, but unfortunately I won't be able to use that particular software because that software is so old that it is not going to run in my computer. Okay, and as I have a completely updated system, that old program from 1985 is not going to run in my PC, and I'm really sorry for that. But I have some alternates, as I will be using a website called repl.it, repl.it. Using this particular website I can use Visual QBasic as one of the programming languages for showing it. So therefore you can also use it from your mobile phone, and you can also run this in your mobile phone also. So whatever instructions I am writing, you can use this particular website from your mobile phone. You can see the URL given there. Just log in to repl.it, repl.it. This is the name of the website. You have to sign up with an email ID, and that is an easy process. In the list of programming languages you will see QBasic written. Select QBasic, and this part that is open over here will be shown to you. Okay, so you can do this. Now it is written here that QBasic that is given in your book is a complete package. Now what is a complete package? It is an integrated development environment. So what do you understand by integrated development environment? By IDE we understand that in a single software package, the softwares or the internal components required for creating a program, or everything is given, such as to write and edit. To write and edit we need an editor like Notepad. So as you can see in my left hand side, there is an editor over here where I can write anything. Next is written as debug and execute. The term debug and execute means this. Debug means compiling, that means converting the English language to a binary language so that the computer can understand. So after converting it, what we is going to do, it is going to execute. That means it is going to run the program. Run the program means the instructions that you have given to the computer are going to be executed or played by the computer. The computer is going to listen to your instructions. When I'm saying execute or run, it means that the computer is going to do as your instructions say. Whatever instructions you write, it is going to follow those instructions, provided the instructions that you have written is written in proper language, spelling is correct, and you have instructed the computer properly. Because we all know that if we give wrong instructions to the computer, it is not going to understand anything. So you have to give correct instructions to the computer. Okay, so first of all, let us begin with constants and variables. Now what are constants and what are variables? You are at least familiar with algebra, right? You have at least done some problems in mathematics, like let the value of something be x, right? So what is x? X is something of whose value we don't know. That means it can have any kind of value. So therefore x is a variable. That means it can have any value. X can have value as 10, x can have value as 20. We don't know that until and unless we have solved the problem, right? In case of programming also, we take something called variable. Variables contain some values which may change throughout the program. So therefore that is why the name is given as variable. That means it is going to vary. So the next one is numeric constant or variables. Now variables can be, so let me just first complete the variable part. So variables can be of two different types. It is given in your book, that is numeric variable and string variable. Numeric mean we can easily understand that it is going to hold all the numeric values. All the numeric values can be held by the numeric variable. What is string variable? String variable means it can hold text. That means text, whenever we write something as text like A B C D E F G, we write as text. If you write something as my name is Ram, if you write that, it is going to hold such kind of values. So therefore whenever you are thinking about string, that means it is going to hold a set of letters, lines, etc. Now whenever we are thinking about constants, now what are constants? Constants are like something whose value never change, whose values are never going to change. Okay, that means I cannot change the value of 5, right? So 5 is a constant. I can never change its value. I can never make the value of 5 as 4 and or 5 as 6. 5 will remain 5 only. So these are constants. Constants are something that do not change. So constants during it, what is the definition given over here? Constants are the values that do not change during the execution of a program. That means when the instructions are being followed by the computer, the value of these constants are not going to change at all. It is going to remain as it is given. Now there are two types of constants, numeric constant and character constant. Numeric constants are again divided into two parts, integer and real. Integer means it is going to hold only regular values like 1, 2, 3, minus 10, minus 5, something like that. Real constants means it is going to hold decimal values also, like 2.5, 3.5, 2.145, 1.4 and so many other things. You can use it for decimal calculations also. What are character constants? Character constants are divided into also two parts, single character constant and string or multi-character constant. Whenever we are thinking about a single character constant means within double inverted comma there is going to be only one character, either A, B, C or D, only one character inside double inverted comma. Whenever we are thinking about a string means there is going to be so many letters along with it, not only a single letter but a string of letters or a sentence or a paragraph. Even if we can even store a paragraph also inside a constant. So this is something that is we call constant. Now specifically we have to understand one thing. Whenever we are taking a string variable or we are trying to store something as a string, it means that it needs to be followed by a dollar symbol. We have to give a dollar symbol along with the name of the variable. If the variable is going to hold a string, then only the computer is going to understand that this is a string variable. So let us get started with Visual Basic Programming. Okay, so there are commands, okay, or we call it statements in QBasic. These commands must be written in capital. Okay, other things can be written in small letters, but remember you have to write most of the things in capital. So if you don't write those things in capital, it is going to create an error. That means the program is not going to run, the computer is not going to follow your instructions. Therefore it is mandatory to write those instructions as capital letters. So our first instruction is CLS. As you can see, I have written there. CLS stands for clear screen. Clear screen means if something is written in the screen from before, it will be cleared. So let me just use or write one simple thing, and we will move on with the use of this CLS. So first of all, let me write just print within double inverted comma, this is a QBasic program, right? So just close the double inverted comma, and let us see, we have to do what we have to do. We have to click on this run button. So after clicking on run button, as you can see, it is showing this is a QBasic program, right? This is a QBasic program. So basically this is what a print statement does. After writing print statement or print command, give a space. After giving space, if you write something inside the double inverted comma, it will be shown in the black screen or the program execution screen where the program is being executed or being run. So therefore let us now again write one more line over here. I will just remove this line and type CLS and run. Let us see what happens if we do this. So as you can see, it is clearing it and showing printing at 0. So because here at this point means that line does not contain any value. So basically what CLS is doing, it is clearing the line. In your book, one more important statement is given there, that is called the end statement. In a QBasic program, until and unless we write an end statement, the program is not considered as a whole complete program. That means the program will continue to run until and unless it faces the end statement. Okay, so what we have to do here, we have to write a complete program. Now one specific term that is called syntax is written here. Okay, so what is syntax? Syntax means the structure of a statement. That means how a statement must be written in QBasic or in any programming language. You will be facing the word syntax whenever you are learning any kind of programming language. Every programming language has its own way of writing the rules and regulations, or writing the statements and all different commands and something like those. So therefore syntax is very much important for us to understand, because syntax is the only way we can understand how a command is being run. So we have run the QBasic statement CLS and print, so we can now understand at least how it prints. Now let us simply do a basic calculation. Okay, so I will take a variable as a and put value in it as 100. So that means a is equal, whenever I am giving a is equals to 100, that means a has a value of 100. Now b equal to, I am writing 200, that means b is having a value of 200. Now let us print a plus b. That means what it is going to do, it is at first going to add both the values of a and b. A is containing 100, b is containing 200. So therefore after addition it is going to print. So just press the run button over here and it is going to calculate and print the value a plus b. Okay, so this is how we run a Visual Basic programming, sorry, it is not Visual Basic, it is QBasic program. Now what we have to do is, let us run the first program that is given in your book, right? CLS print end. So let us write it. I will start with one by one each and every program that is given in your book. So let us by CLS. After CLS, it is write print within double inverted comma. It is written as welcome to the world of computers. Welcome to the world of computers. Okay, so let's close it and type end over here and then click on run. So that's it. This is how the program is going to show welcome to the world of computers. Next, what we need to do is we need to write our next program. So I'll just remove all this, select it and remove it from here. The next one says CLS and A is equals to 50, B is equals to 100, and the next line it says print within double inverted comma the value of A. The value of A is double inverted comma close, then it gives a colon, it's a semicolon. After semicolon, it writes the value of A, and then it's write and B is semicolon B. So what is the meaning of this statement? The meaning of this statement is the program is going to print the value of A is what we have ended this statement by giving a semicolon, and then we printed A means how much. Here it is written A as 50, so it will print 50, and then it will write and B is, then it is going to print B, that means B is equals to 100. So after this, let us write print A comma B, and after that print A plus B. Then we are going to end the program, and then let us run the program. Okay, parsing failed, syntax error, token semicolon. Okay, semicolon is not being considered over here. So let us see. Okay, so this program over here is giving a little bit error, so I will just check the error, what the error is, and I'll just get back to you. Okay, so I just made a small mistake that I had not given one more semicolon, and I have run the program, but as you can see, the output is not looking so good over here. The value of A is 50, it is written over here. Let me give a space over here. A is 50 and B is 100, and then let us print 50 and 100. Okay, so let us try how this goes again. Okay, so this one is, this line is not so mandatory. Let me just remove this line over here. Yes, not required, and let us run it again. Okay, so now it looks proper, but still 150 is coming beside 100. I want this to go in the next line. Okay, so the trick is to give a one more print statement so that the print is done in the next line. So as you can see, I have written this code over here, or the instruction over here, and the program is being run as such. So this is how we usually write a QBasic program. The program that I have highlighted on the screen, please write down that program, because this program is going to be the correct way of writing the program, and please do not follow the program that is written in your book. Okay, so it will no need to write that in your book. Instead of that, write this program that I have written over here. Okay, now the next command is the input command. So sometimes we need to take the input from the keyboard. Okay, so in that case we use the input command. So first of all, let us use some simple examples over here. Now what it is written here in your book, it is written the syntax is given line number. So as you can see, whenever I am writing something, a line number is being displayed beside that statement. So I am in the first line, it is showing line number 1. Okay, so this is how line numbers are usually maintained. Now what we can do is, it is saying print what is your name. So I'll write print within double inverted comma what is your name. Okay, close it in the double inverted comma. Now input, when I am using the term input and writing name dollar, it means it is going to store my name in that name variable. Now name variable is a string type of variable because I have given the dollar symbol beside the name variable, hence it is a string. That means it is going to hold text value. Even if I input number, it will be considered as text. Okay, so therefore let us press enter after this input name dollar, and let's write a print statement. Print, after writing print, let us say hi, then give a comma, space, double inverted comma, close, a semicolon, then the name of the variable is in name dollar is the name of the variable, then close it using the semicolon, and then we are going to give one more double inverted comma, give a space, then a comma, and say nice to meet you. Okay, so then after nice to meet you, let's give a colon, exclamation symbol, and then close it over here. Okay, there is some error in the server. I'll just solve the server error and get back to you. Okay, so the server error is solved. Now just let us run this program. So what does it say? Okay, let us run it. The program is running and it is asking me what is your name. So let me just write my name over here and press enter. So it's saying it like this. Okay, so this is how we write a program, simple program. That means whatever instructions I have given. So what are the instructions I have given? Let us see. First instruction is CLS. That means I want to clear the screen. Next I have asked the computer to print something. So whatever we have to print, we have given inside the double inverted comma. So it is asking me what is your name. When as I have used the input command, for the input command the program is going to wait until and unless I have completed the input and pressed enter. So after I have completed the input and pressed enter, in the next instruction I am giving again to print. What I have to print, it is going to print hi, then comma, then I have given a little bit space. If I don't give this space, then this space between this comma and my name will not be properly written over here. So then we have ended the double inverted comma, then semicolon. After that we have written the name dollar, then again semicolon. That means the print statement is understanding that what it has to do when I am giving. As you can see, the semicolons are not being printed. The semicolons mean that the computer has to, or the QBasic program has to print something and print it from a variable. So the name dollar is being put here. I am putting it inside two semicolons. Again I am starting double inverted comma and then nice to meet you. So if I want to write this in capital, it will look little bit nice. So nice to meet you. Okay, so then again run it. What is your name? Done. So this is how this program should be done. Now what it says, print how old are you? So it's a tricky question, so let us just write a different kind of question regarding this. So I'll write print what do you do. Okay, so what do you do? Then again I'm going to take input in a variable called task. Okay, I will make it task dollar and say print within double inverted comma I am a space in double inverted comma, then let's give semicolon and write task dollar and then put a semicolon at that. So let us run this again. So it's saying what is your name, so it is asking me what do you do. So it just basically shows that. Okay, so this is how our program's input and output is being taken. Now let us do one more program. We will take two number inputs from the user, and after taking two inputs we'll add those numbers. Okay, so let me just remove this. Now write in your copy QBasic program to add two numbers. I'm saying it once again, QBasic program to add two numbers. So first of all, CLS statement. Please don't forget to write the CLS statement. Then I will print enter first number, and we'll take input in num1, and again I will print enter second number. We'll take input in num2. So num1 and num2 are two variables that are going to hold the values that I'm going to give to it. And then what should I do? I should add. Okay, so let us just print sum of num1 and num2 is, so after is I'll put this semicolon again, then num1 plus num2. Okay, so let us check if it runs or not properly, and then we'll get back to it, and then in the end write end. Okay, then let us run this program. So it is asking to enter first number. Let me just enter 10, second number 20, and we got 30 in the end. Okay, so the sum of 10 and 20. Okay, beside 10 there should be after 10 there should be a space, so I will give a space over and over here, and after this I will simply write one more print statement so that yellow cursor comes next to the finish line. So again I will run this one, enter first number 20, enter second number 30, and we have sum of 20 and 30 is 50. Okay, so after is also I should give a little bit space, and I'll give a colon, and these are the things that is going to make my program look a bit better. So let us run again. So enter first number, let me give 20, second number 30, and sum of 20 and 30 is 50. So this is how we add two numbers. Okay, so I hope you have understood this part properly, and today we'll be doing up to this much only. So please write down this program very nicely in your copy. The topic of this program is write a program in QBasic to add two numbers. This program is very important, so mark it as very important in your copy, and write the code properly, or the source code or the instructions properly. These are some of the things that are going to come in your exam. So in exam the questions may come as this, that write a program in QBasic to add two numbers, okay, or add three numbers also. So if I do add three numbers, so what can I do? I'll just modify this program to add three more numbers. So print enter third number, okay, enter third number, and we'll take input and num2 as the second number. So the sum of num1 and num2, again we have to write, let me write over here, and semicolon, within semicolon let me just write num3 semicolon close. So then we have to add one more over here, num1 plus num2 plus num3. Okay, so this is how this is going to be. Let us run this one. So first number 10, second number 20, third number 30. The sum of 10 and 30 and 0 is why 0 is coming. Okay, sorry, num1, num2, num3, num3. So let us try again, 10, 20, 30. So we get 60 over here, and this is what we need to do. While if I want to add one more number, 20, 30 and 40. So let us see, sum of 20 and 30 and 40 is 90. So this is a simple method of working with one more number. Now don't forget that up to this much only will be in your syllabus. Now I can simply convert this program to a different kind of program just by doing some very small changes. Okay, so today I'm not going to give you any kind of homework. Study the programs that I have written on the screen. Study those programs. After studying those programs, you can write them down properly in your copy. Check to see if you have any doubt, if you have any problem in understanding how and why this thing is happening. Please don't forget to ask, because this is very important in your educational career, and I'm saying very important, so please don't take this lightly. This is very important in your educational career. After maybe 10 years or so, you are going to think that if you are working with computers and all, if you take this computer as a stream in your future, you are going to thank yourself and thank your board that you had learned these programming languages. Otherwise, I have seen so many people in my career that they did not have any kind of background knowledge of programming, and they got admitted to computer application honors or computer science honors in their later on life, or maybe they have taken computer science as a subject in 11 and 12. They have suffered a lot in that time because they do not have any kind of programming knowledge from the background. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you to learn how we can do programming. Whatever doubts you are having, please ask. If you think that you cannot understand why this is happening, you ask me why this is happening. I'm definitely going to explain to you. I can explain to you. Don't hold yourself behind. I know most of you have the talent to learn programming languages, and basic or QBasic is a very easy programming language to learn. See how much thing I have to write. Whatever instructions I give, my computer just followed those instructions. Programming is this much only, that whatever instructions I am giving, the computer is going to follow those instructions. So what we have to learn? We have to learn how to write those instructions. That is only programming. So this is your chance to learn programming language. Okay, so just go for it. If you have any doubt, please ask.